What's up, everyone? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. I hope y'all are doing well. Sorry. I smacked my camera earlier by mistake, so I had to fix it. My voice still isn't great, but we're going to get through this. Jack, I know I owe you a 2-hour stream, but my voice is just not there, bro. I can't do it. Alright, so let's start out. I've got some option setups for you guys. First one I'm looking at is calls on a firm over 5160, and this will be good for people with small accounts. 5160, grab calls. First trim 5228. If you have a smaller account, just close there. Second trim is not far above, but I can't ignore this level. 5262, and then close calls at 5315. Next one I'm looking at, IWM. Calls over 209.27. First trim 210.95. Close 213.25. I'm also just going to kind of minimize my talking. And sorry, if I didn't say it, Affirm and IWM are both day trades. Next one will be JP Morgan. I'm looking for shorts. This is a little bit different than what I normally share with you guys, but it was too good to pass up. So I want to explain myself. If this happens, we're looking to get into puts. If this happens, we're looking to get into puts. Okay? So if by some chance we gap above, and open above our level, then we're looking for a breakthrough, retest, go. Okay? If not, if we open anywhere below, come up and tap this, we're going to be basically right on the touch of this level. You want to get into puts. They might take it a tiny bit higher. Just be aware. I say a tiny bit. It's like 80 cents. But your stop loss needs to be above 254.64. Okay? So just be aware of that. So 253.80 on a touch or a retest if we open above. Grab puts. First trim 252.02. Hang on one second, guys. Sorry. All right, sorry about that. Second trim 250.54. Close puts 248.69. Now this is the big boy. I'm going to give it to you two different ways. If you're looking for a day trade, puts below 995. First trim 989.11. Second trim 984.71. Third trim 978.11. Closed day trades 972.98. If you're looking to swing trade this, actually I didn't figure out one thing. Sorry, bear with me. I need to figure this out. It looks like so I would say ideally get contracts 2 weeks out. they're going to be expensive probably, but you're going to want to get a strike, probably like 910, 920 or something like that. Um, choose so either a week out or 2 weeks out, preferably. I would shoot for 2 weeks out, but it could make the move in 1 week. Saints, I don't share strike prices because I don't want to be accused of manipulating the market. So I let people choose their own strike prices. But let's just say, for example, if you're taking the firm trade and your plan is to close at the first trim. I don't know the increments on a firm, but I would assume they're dollar increments. So if you're looking to close here, make sure there's enough open interest, and I would get like $52 calls. That way, when you close, you're in the money. The further you are in the money, the more, like the less theta is going to affect the price of your contracts. So that's what I would recommend. But again, like, I don't give specific strike prices just because I don't want to be accused of market manipulation. What's up, Nora? What's up, Jack? What's up, Corey? What's up, Triple G? What's up, Bob? What's up, Zeus? What's up, Corey? What's up, David Ryan? What's up, Alan? What's up, Sarah? What's up, Brian? What's up, Melanated? Hi, Saints. What's up, Jumpman? Alrighty. So those are the option setups that I'm looking for. Now we'll just get into SPY. I'm going to make this quick because I got to take my son to the gym pretty soon here. So nothing really hit as far as what I was watching for that I had shared with you guys. Like, we opened above the spike, but sold off like pretty hard below the spike base, bounced. So it did end up being bullish after a sell-off. But then just kind of this is a typical D-shaped volume profile. And so as far as the day is concerned, it was pretty blah, at least on SPY. Probably was not the easiest day to trade. I mean, like, what did they give us? 2.7 points would be the best if you caught the top and the bottom. If we hide our candlesticks really quick, you can see, and I'm just kind of doing this as a education thing, but here we have a D-shaped volume profile, which is just a typical day, which just means, price is doing this, basically. Okay. And I really apologize, everybody. My voice is like pretty jacked. I was going to use a different word, but I know some people's kids are watching and whatever else. I'm definitely not PG, but I try. But if I feel some kind of way about something, I'll definitely throw some language in there. There's our daily levels. So right now we have 2 days overlapping the volume profiles. So we can draw SIGs on the daily. And also, if there's, if you guys hear noise in the background, I have a buddy doing my, or my buddy is like a contractor, and we've got people at my house doing work right now. So. So there's our SIGs. And then we're going to have spikes on SPY. I don't even need TPO, but I'll pull it up just to show you guys. Or sorry, not spikes. These are our single prints. This is going to be single prints as well. Looks like this could be fairly easy to trade tomorrow. All right, let's see. As long as they don't do anything too wild. Let's look at TPO just for argument's sake. Oh, wait, I'm tripping. Sorry. Our other spike, our single print will be here somewhere. Something like that. What an ugly day. All right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this. Our single print level is slightly above the third sig. So people that want the actual level, it's like right there. 41. Super close. Excuse me. What's up, Gigi? What's up, Luxury Garden Designs? What's up, Say It Straight? Hopefully it ends up being fire. I hope you're right. Let's look at our big picture on SPY. They are trying to regain a very key level. Turn some of this off. I'm curious. I don't necessarily love the way that looks, but yeah, it's decent. We still got a bit of ways before we hit the 50% fib. Over this, so 581.42, I would definitely start turning bullish. So getting back above, sorry, what level is this? 576.98. Things start to look slightly bearish. I mean, slightly bullish for me. Over 581.45, I'm becoming more bullish. And if we break above 585.20, I'm a bull all the way up to about 610-ish. Okay. So that's the big picture right now. Volume today was ass cheeks. Lowest volume since February 20th. And a pretty like block candle. It's like what, a spinning top? Yeah. I guess they're saying it's a bullish. Okay. So this is weirdness, but um, they're saying, I don't know if the red or the green signifies anything as far as a spinning top is concerned, but bullish would be at the bottom of a trend, bearish at the top of a trend. This doesn't look like the bottom to me. This has like been a pretty solid run up. I wouldn't be surprised to see, especially coming up to such a key level, a reversal from here back down. So that's what I'm seeing. Okay. Futures, are they still closed? No, we're open. Okay. I'm kind of disappointed right now. I knew I wanted to short this, and I was busy when we opened. But I guess life goes on. I guess it's only... It would have been nice on NQ to catch this. But, all right. These... this AB equals CD pattern indicator by Patterns Hunter. If you throw this on your chart and like it pops up on any time frame, you're going to see it the most often on 5 minutes. But let's just say you do it on like ES and you risk 10 points to make 30. Or better, 10 points to make 40 or whatever. And you just do this with like 1 or 2 MES. This will make you bank. Just consistently playing off of the AB equals CD indicator with a small position, 1 or 2 MES or whatever. Decent stop loss, because sometimes... I'm sorry, I know it's like super loud. Like I said, they're working on my house. But like sometimes it'll print and then like we'll go a little bit higher and it'll print again, and it'll go a little bit higher and it'll print again, and then it does the move. So worth checking into. Let's take a look at news really quick. So pre-market. Doesn't give us a time. Pre-market. Doesn't look like we have much going on during regular trading hours, which is a nice change. So hopefully we can just have a nice non-news day tomorrow. That would be phenomenal. Just checking this really quick, because sometimes those calendars have different news events. So I'm going to mark this whole range ideally, I would really like to be in at the top. I wouldn't be too surprised to see a reversal tomorrow. So if they give us this, that would be great. If you're smart, basically, like if they do this, come to previous day value area high, wouldn't be terrible to take your profits. And then if they do this, 3 5-minute candles below, retest, short, just be aware, you know, you might need to lock in your profits here. But if they do that setup, we should get the 80% rule to the downside. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. And then I would be interested in calls here 100%. And then finally, this is only if we don't hit these levels and we kind of like open here, tap this, I wouldn't be surprised to see them do something like this. So in this scenario, watch for calls. Sorry, let me redraw this. Chaz, are you talking about option setups? What's up, Bob? What's up, Sheila? What's up, Caroline? Sorry, Caroline. What's up, Krista? Melanated, yes, absolutely, I do. I don't recommend it, though. So, Melanated asked if I scalp. We talk about this often on the channel, meaning 1 trade a day, 6 months, you know, look for, I'm just going to draw like random whatever. Like, let's just say this is the trade that you're looking for, where we're looking for like good risk to reward. And we're not, you know, we're not looking for scalps. Once you've finished your 1 trade a day for 6 months, hang on one second. I think my dog's like attacking the or the contractor, guys. I'll be right back. Actually, never mind. I must have heard something else. What's up, Electro? So, once you've done this for 6 months, you take as many trades as you want, you scalp, do whatever the hell you want. But the purpose of the 1 trade a day for 6 months is to build discipline and patience. For me, like, let's just say, I don't necessarily need a good example, but let's just say I'm pretty confident that once we break above the VWAP, which this is not something that I would do, but let's just say once we break above VWAP, I'm pretty sure I can catch like 10 points on NQ. And from here, I want to switch to short. I'll take the 10 points, right? I'll grab this, and then as soon as we tap this, like let's just say from here, I'm expecting like a good move down where I'm risking whatever, and I'm expecting them to come to like the developing value area low, and and actually this is tiny. It's still 14 points, so let's exaggerate this a little bit more. Wait, no, that's P&L. Whatever. Let's just say this. Sort of my scalp from there to there, because I'm expecting them to tap this so I can get into my shorts. Absolutely. But I've done the one trade a day for 6 months, and so now I can take multiple trades, and I will, grab a quick scalp up to a level where I'm wanting to like reverse into shorts, or vice versa, scalp down to a level where I'm wanting to reverse into longs. Spike and spike base. I think we had one yesterday. So you turn on TPO. The M period is where you have your spikes and your spike bases. So if your M period makes a new high of the day or a new low of the day, then you have a spike. And you would just grab the top of the M period as your spike. You grab the top of the L period as your spike base. And that's it. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. I will say with this, don't be trying to catch a falling knife. If we're just slicing down, don't be trying to jump in calls here. I'm kind of expecting a reversal tomorrow, and a little sell-off, so don't be like, oh, Rocket said calls here. If we're, if we're slowly coming down, whatever, yeah, try it. Okay. All right, everybody. Looks like we've covered all of the bases. I'm going to post this in Keenan's really quick. If you guys have questions, now's your chance, because after I post this, I'm going to dip out. And then I won't answer your questions. I have to mention, I chose the worst time possible to change my air conditioner. So like, it was working. It just wasn't like great. It's like 20 years old, and I guess apparently the unit that was installed was too small for the size of my house. I mean, it was done before I owned it, but and so we decided to start it yesterday. And that happened to be like 100-degree day where I live. in spring, and we randomly went from like decent temperatures where you don't need the air conditioner on, everything's chill, and then randomly, boom, the day that they cut out my air conditioner unit, 100-degree weather, and then today, well, they pulled it out so they could pour a concrete slab to install it onto, and then they're installing it today, and right now it's like 80 degrees, but it feels like it's 90. So really, really bad days to install an air conditioner, and then I guess it cools off again tomorrow. So why not? No, you'll only be able to trade on Quantower. What's up, Elite Mark? You're funny, David Ryan. No worries, man. Melanated. So what a spike or a spike base is. Let's just hit replay. So when we make a new higher high or a new lower low at the end of the day, we don't really know what the market's intentions were here, right? If we look at 5-minute candles, on the 30-minute candle, it looks a lot different. But on a 5-minute candle, like they were buying it all the way up until the last 5 minutes of the day, they sold off really quick. But we don't know at this point if this was, like this could easily be market makers grabbing liquidity before they run overnight. Or this could be a reversal point where from here we're going to sell off the next day. And so when we're charting spikes and spike bases, we say this is the spike, this is the spike base, which basically is the 30-minute candle before. And if we open above the spike, it's generally bullish. If we open between the spike and the spike base, it's slightly bullish. If we open below the base, then it's going to be bearish. If this was reversed where our spike is at the bottom, if we open below it, it would be very bearish. If we open between, slightly bearish. If we open above, bullish. And basically what it's telling us, like if we open above, then obviously bulls were in control when the market closed the day before. If we open below, bears were in control. If we open in the middle, we're still kind of undecided, but it looks like they're trying to push it higher. If the spike is at the bottom and we open below, then obviously the day before, bears were in control. If we open in the middle, it's still undecided, so it's slightly bearish where it looks like they're wanting to push it lower. If we open above, then at the end of the day before, it looks like the bulls were in control, and that's why we opened above. Okay? So why not? I feel like I already answered you, but in case it didn't make sense what I said, because you asked the same question again, you will always have to trade through Quantower as long as your account is top step with Quantower. If you want to trade on a phone, which I don't know why you'd want to do that, then you would want to set up like a Trade-Evade account with Top Step. I don't even know if they have Trade-Evade, but I think they do. And I think you can also trade on your phone on Top Step X. Johnny, if you're not winning on MES, then you're not taking big enough moves. So, like, let me give you an example. Let's just say here, like, you recognize this is our initial balance high, this is our initial balance low. I know Gator called out puts here. I was actually bullish until we lost the September value area high, or actually, it might have been until we lost the IB high. I think right at the IB, I said I'm going long, and then I said, like I was just giving him a couple points, and then I would stop out. I got stopped out, and as soon as I got stopped out, I switched to short. And if you're being more patient than I was, and you're targeting, IB, sorry, wrong tool. IB high to low, and today was a crap day to trade. So like 18-point range on ES is pretty small, right? But let's just say you took one contract on MES for 18 points. That's $90. If you took two, 180. If you took three, oops, sorry. I don't know how to go back. 270, so on and so forth. So, I don't know, what you're trading, how many contracts or whatever else, but oh, okay, why not? No, that's all good. I'm not worried about like you asking the same question twice. I'm more worried about making sure that I answered your question completely. That way you're not, I'm not trying to leave you hanging. That's all it is. But so, like on MES today or on ES today, whatever, if you're trading ES and let's just say you took the IBL short and you targeted the the IBH short, trading the IBL, targeting the IBL. I don't know why I can't word right now. And just pick like, a reasonable stop loss, like let's say slightly above the wicks on these candles here. So something like this, you're getting 3.5 or 3.6 to 1 risk to reward. So you're risking, let's just say you're doing 3 MES, okay? 3 times 5 times 5.25. You're risking $78.75. I don't know why I'm doing 5 times 3. Like, I'm retarded. It's 15. Times 19.5. So you're risking $78 to make 300. So, like, figure out what sizing works for you and what size move you're looking for, and then wait for a good setup. So, you can definitely make money trading MES. And again, this is like today, this was crap. Like, our range was really horrible. An 18-point range on ES is like unheard of. Like, what's this? Like yesterday, our initial balance was 32 points. Do the old... It looks like... I could be wrong. I don't think I am, though. Like, these ABCs only go so far back. But I was going to say, like, on NQ, if every time one of these pops up, you, like, go for a 100-point move, I don't know if they gave it here, but 122 points. So every time one of these pops up, you go for like a 100-point move with like a 20-point stop loss. So let me just do math. Sorry, I'm trying to erase this. Okay, there we go. If we're here targeting 100 points, stop 20 points, well, I can't get it exact, but you get the idea. And we go with some math. So for one MNQ is $2 for every dollar move, times 100 is $200. Take 2 MMQ, it's $400, and you're risking $40 to make 200, or you're risking 80 to make 400. Yeah, it's doable. You just have to catch a good size move. Yeah, pretty much melanated. We're just trying to figure out who was in control the day before. When we closed, was it bulls in control? Was it bears in control? Who was in control? Yeah, why not? I covered that. The volume today is the lowest we've had in a month. All right. Looks like we've answered all the questions. Hopefully it was helpful. I'll be live again tomorrow. Not during trading, but I'll do my best to call stuff out. Today I slept in. I ended up trading. Wasn't a great day for me, but I'm not feeling 100%, and I contemplated not trading, but I went for it anyway. This was my day. Took a $463 loss. So what I was talking about, when we came to the initial balance high, I was expecting a bounce. I went long. It didn't work out. As soon as we lost the initial balance high, I flipped to short, and basically doubled my loss. Not quite, but almost. And so, yeah, that's me for the day. Anyway, tomorrow, yeah, I'll go live. We'll go over SPY again, kind of regardless of how I'm feeling. I don't like missing days, but really yesterday I had almost no voice at all, and it was going to be really difficult for me to talk, and I was more worried that I would make my voice worse and then have to skip more days. So I figured it was best to just take a day off. I apologize, everybody. I don't like to do that, though. As always, huge thanks to all of the subscribers to the stream. Also, big thanks to everybody that chit-chats. Keeps things interesting. A lot of times when you ask questions, other people have the same question, and so we're not just helping you out, you're helping other people out as well. For friends of the stream, extra big thanks to you guys. And if you're new here, I know this isn't like flashy YouTube or whatever. I don't use catchphrases in the titles and try to lure people in with BS. This is just real, unfiltered, unadulterated trading and market analysis. And then once or twice a month, we'll go over classes on teaching how to trade. We don't sell courses. We're not trying to sell Discords. So all the information's there. And if you like it, I would appreciate a sub. With that said, much love, much respect to everybody. And we will catch you all let me see. Sorry. We'll catch you all tomorrow. Much love, much respect. Peace out, everybody. Bye.